Hi, this is David Loshin from Knowledge Integrity with another Ask the Expert question. Today's question involves scoping a master data management program. When does it make sense to start small with MDM? Now, if we were going to be creating a new system from scratch or developing our business around a monolithic ERP system, this question doesn't really apply. So to be able to focus on the relevant aspects of it, let's concentrate on environments with existing legacy systems with siloed data frameworks. In this environment, we're likely to have abstract conceptual data types that are used in different ways across different lines of business or areas of focus, along with specialized data objects used solely to support specific vertical activities. In many cases then, while there's a desire to go big with MDM and consolidate all instances of the same concept into a single unified view, the effort involved may exceed the appetite of those doling out the budget. This scenario recurs across the case study landscape, with the premise that one should start out small in the MDM program, either concentrating on one small data set, perhaps reference data, used in the organization, or, and this is a more likely situation, on consolidating one master data object type from a subset of the different business applications, such as customer data from two different applications. This can be contrasted to going big by selecting a single master data object type, seeking out all of the applications that create access or modify instances of that master data object type, and formulating the master environment in your architecture of choice. So now we get to the question, small or big. Let me apologize now in advance for changing the question, but trust me, this is good for you. Considering whether to go small or big is actually begging the question, since before one starts out on implementing an MDM project, one should have some expectation as to what the business benefits are going to be once the end state is reached. In turn, if we're going to believe all the popular literature and all the analysts, master data management is supposed to be a paradigm-shifting experience, modifying the way that people work and do business. And that being said, there are some different questions to ask and answer first, and then we can get to the point. Number one, who are the main business champions of MDM in the organization? Number two, what are their expected long-term benefits of transitioning to an MDM environment? And number three, how is progress towards these benefits being measured? MDM might be motivated by tactical drivers or strategic drivers. If MDM is being motivated purely by operational efficiencies, then there are likely to be some quantitative measures for evaluating whether operating expenses are reduced as a byproduct of the unified view. And while this may ultimately suggest that you might start small, it also involves making incremental changes. If MDM is strategic, then progress may be measured by quantifying the organizational change and maturity, and this might suggest that going small might take away from reaching the long-term goals. Starting small does have some benefits. There's a limited set of stakeholders from whom buy-in is required. There's not as much need for enterprise-wide standards and collaboration, and consolidating two data sets is fundamentally simpler than consolidating many data sets. On the other hand, realize that incremental adjustments require incremental actions, and there are some other expected impacts as well. For example, the more we consolidate, the more likely we are to lose critical differentiating information that's associated with each source application. And in addition, continual unification of business rules associated with the creation of data introduce additional specifications and environmental changes in adjusting existing legacy applications to conform to downstream expectations that were never aligned with the specific line of business that's creating the data in the first place. And this is going to lead to perception of additional work in the absence of additional added value. It's going to lead to organizational conflict, stonewalling, and other behavioral idiosyncrasies. Yet demonstrating incremental value does provide some collateral for additional business buy-in, and that's always a good thing. So the answer to the question is a combination. Plan big and plan strategically. Identify key measurable tactical, operational, and strategic benefits. Plan tactical phases that contribute to the strategic end game, and execute against the short-term expectations. An example of this doing this might be, instead of grabbing two data sets and throwing them against the data integration tools to create a third merged data set, consider planning a master data model that can accommodate the union of all instances of that master object type in the organization, but then migrate a small number of data sets into that master model. If you have additional questions, please contact me at loshin@knowledge-integrity.com. Okay, here comes the shameless plug alert. Shameless plug alert. For more ideas like this one, read my book, Master Data Management. which recently was published by Morgan Kaufman. You can get that at Amazon.com. Visit the companion website, www.mdmbook.com, as we have up here on the board. MDMbook.com is a website that's got a lot of interesting articles about master data management, continues the conversation that I've started in this book, and you can get access to the Amazon page to order that book as well directly from that site. If you have any other questions, please send them to me or submit them through the Ask the Expert button. Thank you again. Take care. It's David Loshin from Knowledge Integrity.